Because that's the first thing you want to show up on a stream, is you sniffling. Oh yeah. Oh, I was here before. God, game's spoiling how to play. This is where I was. Yeah. Because the other two are completed files, so... Alright, I think my next stop is Mad Monster Mansion. Which is going to be interesting, because... Well, I'm not very familiar with it. Also, I never got this. It's almost like I planned it that way. Almost. Shit. Cats, you have less than no reason to be complaining. Unless you're complaining for me to clean your litter box, in which case, ew. But, maybe valid. How much you want to bet I'm going to end up falling in the lava? The interestingly textured lava that's also not as bright as you would maybe expect from lava. Or maybe Dark Souls has just spoiled me because of the bright orange madness that is Lost Izalith and the Demon Ruins. Let's see. I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, that has a small hole in it for a pumpkin to enter. Hello. His lives reset for whatever reason. I can't stand that about games. If you're gonna insist on continuing to have lives in the modern era, and I bring that up around this game because its sequel didn't. Its sequel came only like a year or two later. Right? I think Banjo-Kazooie is a little more far removed, but I don't know. The point is, lives in games, not so big a fan. Spooky. Okay. We're gonna go around and open all the windows of this house. All the ones that aren't boarded up. Ow. Fire hot. Fire not good. I'm that caveman that would have stayed away from fire for the rest of his life and frozen to death like 20 minutes later, because that's the rest of your life at that point. Uh-oh. Whoops. What we got? Aha! Thank goodness there are no Minjos to confuse me. It's interesting. I probably like Banjo-Tooie better than Banjo-Kazooie, but I can't say anymore that it's a better game because I listened to someone explain why they like Banjo-Kazooie more, and it made me realize, like, oh, that's kind of valid. I no longer feel like I can say this game is outright better. Because things like the expanded moveset and the larger worlds and everything, and more items and all that, that kind of appeals to me, but it also has some things like every level has to have mini games, and that's kind of, I can understand where that can be annoying. Yeah, cat? That's the sound of my cat acrobating his way across the room. I'll be back here. Oops. Bat, stay away. Break all the windows. Ugh. How many games have you played that you can say have a sentient toilet in them? Just saying. Wow, this house has at least 2 of the Jinjos. It's just in the one area, Mad Monster Mansion. So there's 2 more windows. Cool. Oh, pardon me, I thought the room would be symmetrical. Symmetrical? Symmetrical. I'm talking with partly cold voice, I think. A third Jinjo in this one place? Oh. Yep, Jinjo right up there. Almost done with the house. That Monster Mansion, because of all the indoor and outdoor areas, is on a completely different scale. Bye. Alright, let's get the rest of these. Wait, is the point of this literally just to be able to get that? No thanks. Alright, done with the house. Oh my god, cats. So, let's see. Jesus. Okay, first off, there's that, and I have to go for that. At this point, I'm just on the lookout for things like notes. Shit, there are notes. Why would you put notes in a maze like this? Scalyx with the auto host. Oh yeah. I appreciate that. The attempt to expand my audience of exactly that many. Okay. Wait, what? I could have sworn you could knock that gate down. Other side. Oh well. Does he get the gold feather? Now I just need to make my way out of the maze. Really, camera? Camera shift screwed you. I know, I just love it when the camera decides to shift, and that's what knocks me out of the area. Fuck. There's a very simple solution to this that I'm just not going for because I'm stubborn for some reason. This is always where my runs end up falling apart. And I think part of it is that the mansion and the central mansion is central, so it's since it's in the center of everything, it's kind of hard to get your bearings and just pick a direction to go in. There we go. Okay. That's an N. I'm hoping that I'll just kind of sort of remember because I've seen them all around. Isn't there an O over here as well? No, it's an A. Once I get the K, I'll go back over there to that A. And there's just going to be an O over here. Get the Z, go to that O. No. Let's go to this O. Yep. Yeah, that helps. Doing the little lap around the... What? Oh. Derp. Helps to do a lap around the room, concedes you on the wrong letter. Alright, 3/10 of the way there. Alright. So let's see, what else do we have? I need to also remember to get the witch switch before I transform. Ow. Randomly. Why? Oh, you can't jump up on those. That sucks. The well, I don't even want to go in until I've gotten to near the end. I'm gonna... There we go. Really? What? Does the water hurt me, or does it just... Or did I touch one of the glowing things? Oh. Didn't even notice. When did I get the fourth Jinjo? Whatever, just roll with it. I forgot to open the gate, didn't I? No, I didn't. That's good. Oh, the XBLA version where this section is kind of ruined. The organ that plays only one note. Ooh. And the overly spaced apart. Oh shit. overly spaced apart notes. Okay, come on, really? Okay. Talk to Moat's hand. Talk to the hand. Moat's hand plays with ease, but can you follow him on the keys? Amazing! You found all the places where the organ plays the same note, but can you find the other places where it plays the same note? I mean, shows my genius as a composer? Shame they never patched this. Boy, I guess that would have been a lot of effort, huh? Also, gotta give mad props to him if he is as skilled as he says, because to be skilled at the piano with only 4 fingers takes skill, man. I couldn't do it. Yes, I'll take you. Okay. To the rafters. Ugh. There's the witch switch. Okay, this is one of the honeycombs. He was blocking my view of my shadow. While I'm walking back, I need to think about what I'm doing next. Well, obviously I need to go around and take care of the flower pots. Also, it would help to finally open that up. I'll start with you, and then I'll end up back around. Oh, the braids. That's right, one of these is also breakable. this one. And by breakable, I mean you pass right through it. Boom. Okay. It's the only problem with this chair. It's a lot more comfortable than what I was in before, but it makes noise! And you should be the last one. This is the XBLA version on Xbox 360. It's gonna help. I'm playing it on this version partly because I don't want to get my N64 out. It also is gonna help with the transition to Ninja Gaiden 2, and it helped with yesterday's transition from the Xbox 360 version of Portal. Admitting that I played that. Let's see. There it is. Oh no. Well, that sucked. Just be normal, Banjo. There we go. So let's see. I'm not used to having the Jinjo Jiggy so early. Can I do it this way? Yes, I can. Wait, is there even anything else here? No, there's not. Okay, done the big house, done that. Haven't been in Mumbo's Skull yet. I've gone through the hedge maze. Oh, that's... Oh good, I didn't mind it. What about what's on the other side there? I'm not really lost so much as I'm just thinking. There is nothing else over this way. There's stuff on the other side of the mansion here, though. Right? Yes, this stuff. Okay. I think I'm ready for the transformation now. I'm a lot less familiar with the Xbox No, let me rephrase that. I'm a lot less familiar with Mad Monster Mansion Onward than I am with the preceding levels. Although, that said, I'm not doing too bad here. This is one of those few times where there's absolutely nothing up here. And there's a gold feather. I guess it's a rare resource, right? Well, I have a feeling I'm going to think of something that I missed that I need Banjo-Kazooie for. Alright. Nothing in there. What about this way? Not there. Let's see, there's one in the well, there's one that I'm going to drop down to, and that's 9. Oh boy. This will take care of most of the rest of the notes. Ow. Oh, the toilet. That's right. And then I gotta go to that room with the cracked floorboards, I think, for the honeycomb piece. Alright, I should be good. Okay, this way. Do I want to do that yet? Well, I have to do this area, because this might be the last. Yep, that's it. That's all the notes. I gotta drop down to get to that. Now I just need to remember how to get up top. Get up to the upper area as a pumpkin. Think. Wait. I think I remember. It's the hedge maze. That's not the hedge maze. I need to go all the way around. Shoot. Maybe not all the way. Just enough. Over here, and then I can use this. That's right. Let's go a little higher just to be safe. Boom. That nice squelching sound of the pumpkin landing. Now I just need to remember which room to go in. Not this one. Oh wait, no, I do want to go back in that one. Cat, stay away from my drink. Oh, that's horrible. And I'm out of here. Only one left. I can't believe you went in there. Now wash your hands, filthy bear. And there it is, final stop. That was a surprisingly smooth Mad Monster Mansion. I normally get lost. Alright. Yeah, Freezy Peak right. No, I still took over half an hour. But I do expect that of the later levels anyway. Ow. Here's an idea. Let's go take care of the cheat first. Just to unlock it. For going for so I don't have to enter it backwards. Because I don't like entering things backwards. Now here's the question. Can I do this tightrope bullshit as the pumpkin? Nope. I knew that was gonna happen. Now I'm just a roasted pumpkin. This cat, I swear. Let's talk to her, because I'm gonna be finishing the game today anyway. They tend to stick out in your head. Rotting fish in the ceiling. Ugh. A Veruca plant? Okay, I don't think I know what that is. I'm assuming it's something foul-smelling or ugly-looking. Spidey purple and... Okay, one of these things is not like the others. I like how this room has the, No, it only has the two. Cheeto Bear and Berta found once more. Another spell they get. Dan Grant t-shirts. Whoop. Whoop. Nope. Thought I could do it for a moment. I was about to say it out loud, and I thought, no, I'll jinx myself, and then before I could finish thinking, I'll jinx myself, I fell. Rotting fish, a Veruca plant, and purple spotted undies. I think there's a degree of shock humor to it. Or just sheer gross out. Maybe the gross out is almost shocking in my mind or something. And that's why it sticks so well? I don't know. Wait. Oh no. I forgot something, didn't I? Oh, shit. No, I didn't. Oh, you have to transform back into a pumpkin. So I didn't have to go... Forgetting details like that. I'm wasting a little bit of time that I didn't intend to waste. Alright, let's get out of here. Next up, Rusty Bucket Bay. Probably want to do the ship stuff first. Work in the center and work my way around. Okay. Moving on. Wasn't there... the Brintilla's at the top of the hat. I'll make my rounds to her for sure before the end of the game. Tadpoles on toast for breakfast. I mean, is that so really so disgusting? Dog dung. Almost gagged. Okay, eyeball ice cream by all means should be the most horrifying of those, but I just got hung up on the dog dung sandwich. Like, Grunty, what the shit? Guess I have to go fly to it. Ow. Can you jump? Jeez. Alright, let's go. Whoop. Can I grab and go? No. Let's just grab it like this. Okay. I'm maybe delaying Rusty Bucket Bay a little bit, admittedly. It's so easy to miss things in that level, I swear to goodness. You'd think it'd be easy to miss things in Click Block Wood too, but I usually don't. Let's see. What? Totally should have made that jump. Okay. Sure. I guess to save you on some swimming? I don't know, you say useless like a pile of dung, but I have it on good authority that you eat piles of dung for lunch, so... Just saying. Ugh. Just thinking of the pungent odor that a dog dung sandwich would make makes me sick. Here we go. Ugh. Did I just... Wow. That's quick. You'll lose hair while in that gunge. But for you, it's just bath water, am I right, Grundy? Grunty? Grundy? Grunty? Two different characters there. Grungy Grunty. Did I just hear it go when it tried to grab me? Because it's actually kind of terrifying. Oh, I missed the hole. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Not that. Alright, I'm gonna go grab that because I know I'm gonna be missing one at the end if I don't. I'm missing something. Rusty Bucket Bay. There it is. Ha! Not that this last one even matters, but... How did I make that mistake? I thought this was the way into the... Guess not. I don't remember Rusty Bucket Bay, apparently. Wait, where's my way out? There it is. Okay, that's into the engine room. But what about the controls for the engine room? Are they in here? I'm gonna take care of the underwater portion of the ship first, I think. Because I can't remember. Okay. Yeah, let's go this way. Okay, that's not okay. Think. Last time I played this, I had a lot of trouble getting into this area for some reason. There it is. No, that's not it, but that's... Oof. That animation doesn't look like it should do what it does. Well, I got one. It's one thing. I guess I'll just go around the ship until... and handle everything except for the engine room, because I'm having trouble with finding out where things are. Let's start by going to this side of the ship. I can't remember ships like this having back ends of that style, but maybe. Yeah, no. Swear to God. This was a place that was kind of like in the back of my mind as a possibility of where to go to do that, but I didn't act on it. Fuck it, I'm going to take care of the engine room now. Get the worst part out of the way immediately. Alright, do your rotation first. Alright. You... bye. Well, that's terrifying. Is that worth it? I don't think the bee costs that much. No, not worth it. Alright, I'm gonna need to hit that. Okay. I don't feel like getting a game over. Go figure. Go fucking figure. Gulp. Gulp indeed. Alright, you I'm gonna cross. I'm gonna should I get those notes? And by should I get those notes, I meant should I get them after hitting the thing, but I clearly chose not to. It's a shame the stuff in here just keeps working. I doubt I'm gonna need either of those. Okay. Well, let's get out of here. I don't know if I even have enough time to do this now. But I'm heading to the wrong door. I'm not. Oh! Yeah, but I didn't have enough time. That was the right way, though. Yep, going for that other Mumbo Skull is what did it. Back into the engine room. I have to hit them both, don't I? Yep. Wow. Unbelievable. If this was the N64 version, I'd have to collect all the notes again. Cats! Jesus. Just constant scurrying, running, scratching. I can't take it. I love the little bastards, but damn. Let's try this again. At least I have the notes and the mumbo skulls. And I know where the other honeycomb is going to be, too. Oh, can I make it? Oh, that was too gutsy. I have no reason to go and cross any of those fans, so I'm not going to cross those fans. That was loud. From my brother. Text messages, I swear to God. I hate this level. No. Fucking fuck! Yeah, that's about right. I hate this level. I hate the engine room. It's the worst. Out of both games, that is probably the worst thing. Including the Canary Mary races. Yes, I said it. I would rather race for the last Cheeto page from the second Canary Mary race in Cloud Cuckoo Land than have to do the engine room. At least that's just tapping a button fast. Fuck. So there's that. Out of both games, the single worst thing collectively among them is in this one. Okay, I'm alive. I'm breathing. I really should have said followed maybe by some Ninja Gaiden 2 mission mode, because at this rate I'm not sure I'm going to get to mission mode. Well, I've got this level and another one to go through, and then I'm at the end of the game, so maybe it won't take that long. But, Jesus. Alright, let's see. I got this time. Oh my fucking god. This is why the engine room is notorious. Because of dipshits like me constantly falling for it. All that for a timed challenge in the end. I'm breathing. Trying to breathe. The scurrying cat's not helping. Yeah. Fuck you. I didn't think I would actually need to be picking up these extra lives, but Rusty Bucket Bay happened. Pick it up before. Get off of it. Okay, good. The timing for this is actually pretty good. Go. And then race. This way. Okay, good. I'm gonna have over 20 seconds this time. First I gotta get... Okay, get out of there now. Banjo? Never a good sign when you hear a crashing sound and see 3 cats running out of a room. Okay. It's in the lifeboat. Mumbo token. Sure. Okay. It should be mostly smooth sailings from here? Question mark? 312111. Keep it at the lower levels for now. 312111 is still the one to remember. I see a Conquer poster. 312-111, huh? Yeah, no. No. Okay, that was weird. I think I've actually been down, but... Yeah, I've been in this one. Alright, to the front of the ship now. Search the lower level first. Then I'll work my way up. It's still 312-111. Okay. Okay, so what's in this one then? The kitchen, of course. Oh, get out of there. Okay. Aha. Sure. Okay, 312-111, huh? Damn it, Banjo! Okay. Next stop is gonna be... Oh my god. Stop it. Next up is going to be the steams, so I can stop repeating 312-111. Okay, 3, 1, 2, 1. Okay, done. No more repeating 312-111. I certainly won't be saying 312,111. Still go for that. I'll go up the ropes. That's the very last things. Oh. Okay, to the ropes. I might as well grab these. Alright. Let's take care of the boxes. Whoa! Camera changes are lethal. Boom. I want the eggs. Imagine if they retextured this entire game instead of just upping the resolution and stabilizing the frame rate. Can you imagine how beautiful this game could look if, even if they kept the polygon count the same, if they just upped the quality of the textures? Alright, so that's one down. Let me see, double check and make sure this isn't the one to jump to the witch switch from. It is the one I need to jump to the witch switch from. Haha! Okay. And the other one, and then I'm done with the ship. This is gonna be nice. Almost screwed by a camera change there. Okay. That's it. I'm done with the ship. Go blow up somewhere or hit an iceberg or something for all I care. Jesus. Okay. Grab these. Jinjo down here. Oh, thank goodness it's the first Jinjo and not, you know, the last one. Now I need to get out of the water before I drown. And there's your first hit. Okay. I'll give them this much. It's actually a pretty decent hint that they can go out further. Okay, first off, what's in here? Stop it! What? I'm about to die again at this rate. Okay, so there are two entrances to this area. Ah, but it doesn't look like you can go. Oh. Well, that'd be a pretty big reason to come into this area, wouldn't it? Tea. I like coffee, but my first love is tea. Fuck that one or the other nonsense. This level's actually kind of sparse on enemies. No snacker, no. No snacker, no snacking. There we go. This is where the last honeycomb piece, the second to last honeycomb piece in the game is. little bit of pent-up aggression coming out right there. Not gonna lie. Okay, what we got? Easy. Oh, so easy. Is that all there is to this area? Appears to be. Now I need to immediately swim up and get out. Bye. Alright. Got the honeycomb pieces, still getting the notes and jiggies. And unlike Mad Monster Mansion, where most of the Jinjos are in that one centralized area of the level, it appears like these Jinjos are going to be spread all throughout. Ooh. I'm holding the button to center it behind my back, and it's still wiggling all over the place, like it's fighting me or something. Alright, this part is going to worry me, because I'm not very high on health. Especially with the camera doing shit like that. Okay, admittedly, I have much higher health than I thought I did. Okay. Do I have a reason to make this thing go out further? No, I do not. Like, at all. Now, if I remember correctly, you can actually go in all three of these. So... Okay, what? Things that make no sense. Okay. Boom. Boom. What's in this one? Oh, cool. All the notes. Ow. Oh, look at that. Thanks, game. Good to know you're looking out for me. Didn't even realize I was that close to getting all the notes. Now where? I know there's a Jinjo in here. Oh, this is the one that I can't see very well in because of the obnoxious lighting settings. Right. Let's see if I can find that Jinjo. Cool. There you are. I think I know where... And the last one I think is going to be out in the open. Cool. Once I got past the engine room, it went pretty smooth. I don't think this is going to work. Yeah, no. The eggs disappear before they can even get to it. How do you get over here? I suppose you could jump from up top. That would make some sense. It's kind of lame, though. Being forced to climb all the way to the top of the ship just to get to one side of the place that's not on the ship. Alright, let's get this over with. That didn't make much sense, did it? Maybe there's another thing I'm not seeing. Oh, yeah, you can just climb straight to... I promise I'm a little quicker than this usually. A little bit, though. Not a whole lot more. Okay, don't do this camera nonsense to me now. Alright, we're good. This should be the last one. Yep. Yep, that's it. Rusty Bucket Bay is done. Should I Death Warp? Tweet, tweet. Tell you what, if I drown before I reach... Let's Death Warp. Such a monster. Oh, wait. I need to go this way. Hit 3. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. The screen is so blue! What is this, Bayonetta 2? Ha! I laugh at my own jokes, because I'm that kind of guy. Because I'm a loser. Okay, so I didn't need to come this way. I find it interesting that you are indeed locked into playing Mad Monster Mansion at least a little bit before you come to Rusty Bucket Bay. The surface is a little far up, but I should probably do it. Wow, it's a lot higher up than I thought. The lungs do not appreciate being worked like this, I can tell you. Gulp. What about this? Ho ho! What do we got here? Okay. There's gotta be a reason for this. It almost surely is going to involve... Yep. Gold feathers. All right. Oh my god. Okay. I just did that wrong. Oh, hello. Leave me alone, fish. I'll go to Treasure Trove Cove once I'm on my way to unlocking the puzzle, because I'm gonna have to do that. Oh, you stupid fish! So let's see. There's a pot somewhere around here. A warping pot somewhere around here. Sure, let's talk to you. Collecting dragon teeth? I mean, I think that sounds pretty cool, actually. Collecting dragon's teeth actually improves my opinion of her a little bit. Mad Vulture as a pet. Sure, why not? I mean, compared to some of the other things, you're like, oh, can you believe she had this shit growing up? And it's just like, yeah, that actually doesn't sound that awful. Okay, what is that? Ah! How convenient. I like their sound effect for the bull eating. I could enter there if I wanted to. I could completely skip this last level. Oh hey, a Mumbo Skull that I missed. Or rather, didn't even check for because I don't think I even entered that room. What do we have if we go this way? Let's just go back over this way and take the pot. Okay. Alright, let's stock up on our codes while we're in this general area. Also props to Rare for that choice of warp pot location and spots to link. If you're gonna force us to go all the way to the end of the game only to backtrack to Treasure Trove Cove and you're gonna have warping pots, it only makes sense. There's another Brintilda over there. Jelly Belly. Sweaty gorilla feet. Ew. Gruesome green. I mean, it's, you know, whatever. She's a witch. Alright, let's enter some codes. To the sandcastle. But I have to get that freaking bucket to empty the water again. Now, let's... So let's see. Let's start with B. L. L, 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 L. There it is. Alright, then red feathers. F. There's A. E. There's another A. T, 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 T. H E R S E. And then gold feathers. Is it yellow feathers? No, it just stopped working for whatever reason. Whoop. All right. Now that that's all done, time to go back to that warp and get the last level out of the way. And then I'll have some rounds to make. Why did I do that? Maybe I should make the rounds... Well, I'm gonna have to make the rounds before I go to the quiz show. Yeah. Okay. Let me see something real quick. Okay. I was blanking on whether or not I picked up the treasure trove crow of which Jiggy. Let's go to Quick Clock Wood. Gotta protect my first love. It's gonna be nice to be in this level. This is so much more relaxing a level to be in. First off, let's go see how many Mumbo Skulls I'm gonna need. We'll take care of the stuff on this ground level and then we'll work our way up. Naughty. So there are Mumbo Skulls everywhere, so I wouldn't be surprised if they made it expensive. I just don't remember at this point. Oh my. No thanks. No thanks. Alright, let's check out Mumbo's skull. How many does he need? He needs 25. Oh, I'm good. Alright, that's the last step. Let's serve as some cats. It's kind of disappointing to me that you can't take the bee anywhere except for like except for spring and outside. Because I like the bee power up. It's even better in 2E because you can actually attack with it, but you know. Gold feather. Alright, now I'll make the rounds to... I still don't understand why they make a cutscene out of that. Is it supposed to make you feel bad for it or something? Like, no. It's a bird trying to eat a bear. It deserves everything that comes its way. Just saying. Hopefully that's not a sign of things to come. I think the one thing that really hurts this level is that you're basically repeating the same thing 4 times. In different ways. But it's otherwise the same environment. Is there a reason? Nope. Not going that way. Spring, you can just go in there as a bee and they give you something. They give you stuff for it. What next? I will say I do like the treehouse. I have a soft spot for tree houses. Maybe it's because I live in a place where everything has to be hurricane-proofed, but I don't see tree houses very often, so when I do see one, it's like, oh, I want one. First off, hit the sun switch. You'd be foolish to not come in here. Mm-hmm. Acorn's numb. You know. You're eating baby oak trees, you monster. I wonder what happened. I don't think I've ever gone through the game and seen what happens if you don't break open his egg first. Does the egg just disappear, and the implications being quite unfortunate there? Oh shit. This is one thing I don't like about this level. Only like one of them. Only the winter version has flight pads, if I remember correctly. The rest, it's all manual, so if you fall down... Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Alright. Thank you, Shadows. Not sure anything else really needs to be said. Thank you, Shadows, for being there. And that's it for spring after I'm done in here. That's another weird thing about this level. It's a lot of setup. Most of what you're doing ends up effectively being set up for the next level, for the next world. And then things start to come to fruition in winter, or in winter and fall. Oof. Ow. Did I kill you? Alright, it's summer. So you were like a quarter of the way done now? Not really. Need 5 caterpillars. Get that man caterpillar. It's 1. Let's help the beaver. Alright. I wonder if there's a way to get yourself up there. Alright, fall's open. I wonder if you don't feed the eagle the caterpillars in this level, does he disappear in the next one as well? Oh, Jesus. Some unfortunate implications to this shit. Whoa, no, no, no. Nothing on you. Whoa. Okay, that's not cool. I couldn't respond to it. No, 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 no. Come here. Leave the honeycombs in front so that you know whether they've spawned or not. Or whether they're still there or not. Hi, Gobi. Nope. Plot twist. The reason the water's drained in summer isn't because of the heat, but it's no rain. It's because Gobi drank it all. And it's like, how dare you guys steal my water? Why would you steal my water, guys? Okay. Yeah, I'll take that one. What you doing, cats? Ow. Brambles. Too hot for magic. Ah, Mumbo. If I grabbed every single one I saw, there would be enough for another Mumbo skull in another level. Easy. Okay. And then I already got those. You I should probably kill. And that's just another Mumbo skull, Mumbo token rather. This, if I remember correctly, has some pretty important shit. The witch switch is in the winter one. I like how it grew a shock jump pad on it. Sure, why not? Is there any harm in it at this point? .3D platforming is hard. Oh, fuck. It's okay. I'm gonna be going back over there anyway. I'll just be going the long way instead. Sure. And then you start padding out your numbers so you don't have to collect as many in fall. Honey bear. And now I just let them all fly to their doom. Like how so many enemies are so salty about it, like, well, yeah, well, I didn't want it anyway, or I was tired of guarding it anyway. Fine, have it. Alright. Next stop. Speaking of being salty, I need to drink more water to drown out this salt. Alright, avoid that in case I fall again and I need some on the way back up. Most of your time in this level is going to be spent getting back to where you were after you fall, I swear to goodness. I didn't even see if there was anything worthwhile in the house. There is something worthwhile in the house. Alright, still got quite a few to go. I hate myself. Go figure, right? I do well, relatively well in Mad Monster Mansion. Like, I didn't get lost. Rusty Bucket Bay went smooth after I got done with the engine room. And then I keep falling in Click-Clop Wood. I shouldn't brag about my performance in Rusty Bucket Bay. That engine room stuff was embarrassing. Is there anything over there worth getting? No. Also the random platforms that are suspended in midair in this otherwise fairly contextually grounded area. I like the setup there for the... Oh. Screw you. Okay. Yes, let's give you some caterpillars. Not gonna be a whole lot of time for mission mode in Ninja Gaiden 2. Is there anything in here worth grabbing? I don't think this room ever changes. Yeah. There's a life over there, that's it. So I'm done with summer now. Ow. Yeah, let's go grab this. My baby niece is crying up a storm. Okay, since I'm done with summer now, on to fall. Funny, Venus flytraps don't actually work like that. They don't see you and then close preemptively, or snapshot preemptively. They actually, you know, they have triggers on them that actually trigger them into closing. 10 this time. See, the bees are still around. Yeah, it's gonna be a little trickier. What's trickier about fall and winter is the way they kind of combine the upper and lower levels. The water's back, though. Oddly enough, they also don't put any notes in the water, as far as I know. Yeah, there are no notes that they put underwater in this level. Gobi, why are you still here? I wouldn't bother at this point, dude. Poor Gobi. You can climb this, can't you? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can actually climb this at least decently high, if not all the way to the top. You could also get caught on its geometry. Yeah, at this point there's no way back out. Okay, fall through that leaf. That'll show them. Glad I invested in those. Let's go ahead and get these. It's another caterpillar over there. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, no, no. Only two more. Why do I have this? Oh, because they don't put a jump pad here. Does it bother you that you had a caterpillar crawling around in here, Mumbo? Also, how did you get this many leaves in your house? Do you have a leaky roof or something? Help me out here, Mumbo. Ow. Also, the brambles are perfectly nice and green. Alright, there's a little bit further this way that I haven't grabbed yet. But that's it for the lower levels. Okay. Doesn't this not go up high enough yet? I think that's the case. It's not quite... No, you can still come up here. Glad I thought to do that. Oh, very glad I thought to do that. That would have driven me so crazy. To be missing 2. Oh, Jesus. Alright. Almost done with the caterpillars here. Okay, I'm trying to get a view of what... Okay. See, I was trying to head over here so I could grab those. I was trying to see if it even had those, though. Asshole. Now, is there any point to this, I wonder? Because I can never remember. Boom. Shame I'm going to be turning back anyway, but still, that's pretty cool. My face when there's no point in turning around. Yep. The only point is maybe if you're missing that extra caterpillar. Or need another Mumbo skull or something. That's it. Okay. I think the beehive has nothing for me. There's that caterpillar there if I want it. We've all moved out except for you. If they had a sign up that said that, that would have worked, but nope. Or like put goggles in here or something like that. Bottles? It's bottles. Fuck. I think I called him one of Kazooie's nicknames for him. If they put him in here, like fat and covered in honey or something like that, that could have worked better to get the same message across rather than have a bee flying, or a wasp, or a bee flying around saying, "We've all moved out." It's not a bee, it's a zebra. Yeah, right. Those are bees. Dude, could you imagine? Okay. Then the acorns. I need my acorns back. I love how he's like, I need 6 acorns, 6 more acorns, and you find one of them in here. It's like, no, I escaped him last time. Don't do it. Whoa. Okay now, don't go crazy. Why'd you go crazy? Also, why is this here? Do something like that. Still one more? Aha. I want to see if there's anything else here. Guess there's not. Alright. And that's it for you. One at a time. I like how he pushes you aside during that cutscene. And there's Winter. I think once I feed the bird, I'm pretty much done. Oh, look at that. You had to have all these around your nest. Oh look, you even have a caterpillar right behind you. Feed me 10! There's one right behind. Feed me 10! This is gonna take a little bit. Oh, those were my knuckles. Specifically, my knuckles connected to my hand, rather than the mid-knuckles. Oh. Must have sleep first. How do you know what words are? You were born knowing what words are. Mambo Skull. And then there's not going to be anything here except another life that's placed maybe a little differently. Yep, nothing. Alright. Oh, this is gonna suck. I almost landed in the trap. So close. Did it. Ow. Jerk. You. I think I've already looked at the top of this one. Alright, it's winter. And then we'll take one last peek back in spring for some cleanup. Gotta kill some ice blocks first, though. Grab it! Grab it! Jesus. Okay. Okay. I should probably get this terrifying swim out of the way first. Alright. I forgot to grab the Jiggy on the flower. I'm gonna have to go back to summer. I also am gonna have to look. Oh, I think I know where the other one is. That's also in winter. Either that or you find it as a bee. Oh, that was a little inefficient, but okay. There's the ice hole. Reminds me of the pea and the polar bear joke. How do you catch a polar bear? You dig a hole in the ice, or you cut a hole in the ice and then you place a pea next to it. So when the polar bear comes to take a pee, you kick him in the ice hole. Yeah, let's go grab that one thing first from summer before or from fall rather, before I forget. Because I will forget and be like, oh god, where's that last Jiggy? Oh my god. Oh good, they stay dead. There it is. Whoa, 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 whoa. Get out of there. Okay. Alright, back to winter. There's at least one that I have to get as a bee in winter. There might be two. I think one of them is a Jinjo. trying to think of what else you do as a bee that requires you to be... Huh. I don't think there's anything else that you do as a bee. You go in the beehive. I can't think of anything else. I'm sure it'll come to me whenever I'm actually playing. Am I gonna have to fly to get to that Jinjo? Also, the brambles are frozen over. Just a bunch of flight feathers. I'm gonna make flying one of the last things I do. Although I don't know, I've made... It's one of the last things I'm doing. It's one. I don't have to kill these guys, but it feels good. Like I said, damn if it doesn't feel good. Oh, that was close. There's still another one left after this one. Ow. There's still you. I think that's it for the snowman. Okay. Never let anyone tell you this game doesn't have catchy as hell music. This is scary. Not gonna lie, I'm scared. Oh god, I'm so scared. Oh, fuck. You're dead. Alright, let's just go fly back up to where we were. Let's also go hit the witch switch while it's on my mind. There it is. The last Jiggy is in sight. Ha! Worth it. Mumbo Skull. Not worth it. Why did I do it that way? Hello? Get on there, Banjo! Where are your bees now? Where are your gods now? Where are your bees now? Oh, I could have jumped from here. It didn't do that. Is that there in the other seasons? If that was there in the other seasons, that might explain where the honeycomb is. I don't think I ever checked up this way. Or it might be up there. Or it might be in here. An egg was in here. Okay. Whoa, what? No. That's not okay. Remember that one time I fell in Quick Walk Wood? That one singular time? I think I found the edge of your roaming space. Neat. Past this. Over this way. That one. Yeah, landing on top of it will be fine. Alright, what do we got? Ah! Last honeycomb piece. Alright. And it does nothing because if you do the tutorial thing at the beginning, it gives you an extra piece that you wouldn't have otherwise. Eagle. Ah. Okay. So 2 more, huh? Up there they are. That's all the notes. Okay, there's not gonna be anything in here. Nope. Sure isn't. And that's it. I've got all the notes, I've got both honeycomb pieces, all I'm missing is 2 jiggies. And I think they both require the beat. One of them is Jinjo, and there's one other one that's coming up blank on my mind, actually. Probably something related to being a bee. Did I actually grab the one that came from the eagle's butt? Let's go find out. I think I did, but my short-term memory is just like, nope, not gonna tell you. Oh, there's also that. Oh, this is gonna suck. Oh, not so much. Alright, just got the B one left. Oh, the bee's worse than the walrus in terms of how much you use it for jiggies. Alright, let's go transform. Oh, you're still alive. None of the other ones should be, though. I like how it's a big grown flower on all the levels now. In all of the seasons. Hey, you're still alive. Why are you still alive? Really? Sure. Dude. Whoop. There we go. And there's a Jinjo in here. Whoa, why is there a random just space in that honeycomb? I like how no matter how many times you 100% the game, you still get those messages. Alright, let's go home. And by home, I mean to Grunty's lair? I don't know. I don't know why I said that. Also, I guess they're supposed to be... Are they called bear traps? I'll see you in the character parade. Alright, last one. Alright, let's make a quick round of the castle to talk to all the Brentildas that I can think of. Oh, there it is. Alright. I might just end up filling out the, my allotted time. I might not end up playing Ninja Gaiden 2's mission mode. I have no idea if that's going to actually go through or not. But I changed it to maybe. I said maybe by some, followed maybe by some Ninja Gaiden 2 mission mode, instead of certainly by Ninja Gaiden 2 mission mode. For all the difference that's going to make. Tuna ice cream flavored toothpaste. Kind of gross. Baked beans. I mean, that is pretty gross. The Witch's Warehouse. I mean, is that really a problem? She is a witch. What's wrong with going to the Witch's Warehouse? She's like, oh, my sister is so gross. She describes some of the things. It's like, well, dog turd sandwiches. Dog dung sandwich is like tearingly bad for my eyes, but reinforced girdle. Leg chomper. Grunty and the Broomstick Boys. Gotta give her credit though, that's a pretty funny one. Not that one, this one. Belly barging. St. Dungball's School. Performing a scary strip. Oh! That's not as awful as the dog dung sandwich in my mind, but it still makes me like, ugh! Also, shoutouts to the word striptease in a kid's game. Let's see, there's one back here. And I think that's it that I haven't been to already. So the usual idea isn't that I write it down so much as when I see it on screen for the grunty questions, it ends up looking familiar, and therefore I pick that one. Fatty Hattie. Fat Hag Monthly. Cold Worm Juice. Alright, I think that's it. To Grunty's Furnace Fun. I'm sure there's one or two I'm missing. But does it really matter? Alright, almost there. Only took a few minutes to go by all the Brentildas. I shouldn't do it that way. Okay. I think the bull's called Big Butt. Just randomly, it's called Big Butt. Here we go. When Banjo fails, then I'll be thin. The prizes on this stand bring joy, from Tootie down to cuddly toy. My little quiz will make you sweat, and Tootie you shall never get. 'Cause somewhere soon along the way, your lack of skill will make my day. 'Cause in the fiery pit you'll go, and I will win the prize on show. So step on over to the square, press A to try it if you dare. I'm gonna activate him. First one. Your moves are slow, style they lack. What's the name of your jump attack? Rat-a-tat-rap. Lucky guess, you got it right. The next square is yours without a fight. I don't remember these. Visual challenge, stupid bear, to tell me who it is or where. See the picture on my screen. Do you know where you have been? Ooh, that's Gobi's Valley. Thought you were gonna trick me with the water, didn't you? Oh, I want that. In Rusty Bay you may have been, but what on the walls isn't seen? 7. The sounds I play, get it wrong to make my day. You pick up items on the ground. Which one makes this sound, silly sound? That's a feather. Red feather. Feather pillow. This one chance to get this right. Win a joker and help it might. The whale's stomach is pretty grim. Through how many hoops did you... Oh, shit! Totally guessed. Press X to use it, you little cheat. We're on a square, you get cold feet. I'm probably gonna have to... I don't like the instant death ones. That's Bubble Gloop Swamp, pretty easy. Literally the only level that has alligator anything in it. She will soon be fat and lame. What is your little sister's name? Tootie. Okay. Oh, I missed it. Oh boy. Let me guess. Spell Banjo-Kazooie backwards. Ooh, I'm probably not gonna make this one. Where's I? There's an O over there. Where's Z? Right there. Where's A? Right there. Where's K? Over here. Where's O? O. O. Banjo. O for banjo. J is over here. Of course it's over here. Hey, I made it. I think. Maybe. If I get to the B in time. Hey, I did it. Do I want to go this way? There's no way to skip having to do instant death question. Fatty Hattie. Ha! Yeah, no. Okay, that's the giant hermit crab. On Mumbo's mountain, it's not dull. What's in the eye of Mumbo's skull? It's a Jiggy. That's Bubble Gloop Swamp again. Let's see if your memory's foggy. What's the name of my pet doggy? Leg Chomper. It's not that I specifically remember, okay, she has a dog named Leg Chomper. It's, okay, of the names on the screen, Leg Chomper is the one that definitely came up. What's the squirrel doing in spring? Eating his nuts. Boom. That's Gobi. Listen carefully to this tune. Which world's it from, you furry-goon? Oh god, how could I forget? Ugh. Oh. You could have at least kept it playing. Or would that have been too much? Really? It's exactly the fight that I was hoping. I was kind of hoping it wouldn't come up, but I'm glad it did. Alright, I have enough to skip all the instant death challenges. We'll have to stop. Big ship's third funnel. What's on top? Oh! There is no third funnel. see the picture on my screen, do you know where you have been? That's a present, so I have a pretty good guess. Here's 3 answers, one you'll pick. What's my amazing party trick? Oh no. I'm like shaking now at the thought. Guess this right or you may lose. What's the only color I'd choose? Gruesome green. When this piece of music is heard, which move's done by your stupid bird? Okay, that's the safety boots, whatever they're called. Still stride. I don't think I've ever heard that thing move named. Interesting. Oh, fuck this one. Okay. Well, I remembered that one at least. I'm remembering a surprising number of these. Whoa! Don't have much time for that shit. It's a red feather. Whoa, 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 whoa. That one. Mumbo is over here. What's this one? Honeycomb. Oh shit. The blue egg is over here. What's this one? Honeycomb. What's that one? Did it. In Mumbo's Mountain, you don't know. What does that big gorilla throw? Oranges. Duh. I was assured by the makers of this board. It's not fair, I want to win. How I long to be real thin. Now you can take the prize on show, while up the winding stairs I go. You won't catch me, I've made sure. All the credits you'll now endure. Which prize shall we take? Oh, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna walk around a little bit to stretch my legs out. While the character parade plays. My timing is so good. I sat back down right as that cutscene started. Whew. Well, that's a bit of a different mood, isn't it? Let's go this way first before I do that. I still think it's pretty cool how this is an actual area in the game. And the setting of a cutscene. Done. Wow. I forgot just how many jiggies this game expects you to get. It expects you to get the vast majority of everything just to win, just to beat the game. Also, I like how that model was actually one of the eggs that you break open in like Bubble Gloop Swamp. You can see the X on top of it right before I grabbed it. What's over here? Oh yes. A place for all but 2 of the jiggies. Gotta make up for the fact that you couldn't see that dance at the end of Click Clock Wood. Ew. Ugh. I gotta jump in where she threw up. To the final boss. There might be time for like 1 or 2 missions. Ninja Gaiden 2. Battle tests your skill and might. You're right, it does. Ouch, my butt. That's quite sore. I'll make you suffer, that's for sure. Is that it? Or is there more? Oh, 4 hits. Joy. The target will be your behind. Or I can do that. Boom. Boom. My aim is on point today. Hoo-hoo! Dude. 1 more, and I've got this. Ooh. Ooh, I didn't hear her at all there. Why did you... What? I fired 3. Phase 2 done. One. I keep missing. Don't hit the side. Okay. Alright. Next. Kinda sucks when I aim for you that way, huh? No. The hell was that? Oh, that's annoying. What? Good. Thank you. Never learned, that suits me fine, your butts all burn. I wish there was mid-phase checkpoints, but I know that would make this too easy. Kazooie did want to peck some witch butt. One, two, three. Oop. One more time. One, two, oop, three. Can't I, though? What? Some splash damage bullshit there. What? I was doing so well. Arrgh! Stop at the splash damage! Really? Really? Camera didn't even pan for me. I have to do it all man. Okay. What? Took you a moment. Now what? And back to this. You don't have as much control in midair as you do in Banjo-Tooie. Okay. 2. One more time. Maybe not. Oh. Use this ginger series. Dude. What? Eat it. She's really good at aiming where you're going to be. Okay, that should be it. No more broom. Do it. Mighty Ginginator, activate me. Let's start over here. What? At this point, I'm just like, tank the hits. Ow. Oh, that's it. Oh, why do your meteors go through the Ginginator statue? That makes no sense. Get fucked. Yeah, he's not going away. Miss. What a whiff. Oh, incoming. Boom. That took a little longer than I wanted it to. If I was a little more efficient than Quick Clock Wood and Rusty Bucket Bay, I probably would have been done half an hour ago. And if I was a speedrunner, I would have been done in like a third of the time yesterday. Yes, Banjo, you finished. You can relax. And I should follow suit. Keegan, 1996. I don't know who that is. Sure. Oh, I know who that is. Sorry, dude. Unfriended you. Because... let's see. That's a 30-second ad. More of the character parade, huh? Just a character parade. I am logged in, yes. Am I not allowed to edit my control panel from here? I don't think I can. Wait, do I have 917 views? Really? That doesn't seem right. Let's see, that's a share button, that's a pop-out button. Looks like I'm not actually... oh, wait a second. Maybe. Okay. Well, it's not Ninja Gaiden 2 yet, but I am gonna go ahead and play it after the character parade and everything is over and I'm back at the title screen. It's fun to know what I'm gonna play after Assassin's Creed 2 is over. Maybe Wolfenstein. You know, I may not get a lot of views as a streamer, but what I definitely like about streaming is it's enabling me to go back go through my game backlog and gives me an excuse to play them. Except the RPGs. I will probably never play an RPG as a stream. Unless it's like a Pokemon playthrough or something, for whatever reason. Ha, melons. There's some legitimate jiggle physics working in there. What the hell? I wonder if that fart is gonna show up in the audio. For new game Banjo-Kazooie, nuts and bolts. Oh boy, best line of the game here. Is it any good? Mumbo's jaw dropped in awe. Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts make Banjo-Kazooie look like joke. About that. I mean, there is a joke there on some capacity. Just not in the way that that's kind of intended. In the original game, it says Banjo-Tooie instead of Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts, obviously. So that's pretty. I think there's an argument to be made there about Banjo-Tooie making this game look like a joke, just in terms of scale, for sure. And then another thing in the XBLA version, he falls and they don't bother to fix it. Hey, I thought I took care of that. The screen went dim there because of the screensaver setting on my 360. That looks painful. Why would you... Something with that generic key shape, I wouldn't stick in my anything. Or in anyone's anything. Unless it's like a door for something that it unlocks. No, perk root to Mumbo, not tell. I should probably get to playing Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts one day. I've started it. I wasn't quite feeling it at the time. So... all the jiggies you just snatched, but I'll be back for my rematch.